We have all these incredible scientific advances for your health and for the way you look. And I think if you use them in the right way, it's a beautiful.
During the 1990s, Everybody Loves Raymond quickly gained popularity among audiences due to its relatable plots and comedic characters, becoming a success. However, behind the scenes, the atmosphere was not always as cheerful as it seemed on screen, with the show holding some dark moments and concealed truths. One intriguing aspect of the series was what Patricia Heaton kept concealed while filming the show. Join us as we unravel all the secrets behind the scenes of Everybody Loves Raymond. Comedian Ray Romano created the television show Everybody Loves Raymond specifically for CBS, utilizing elements from his personal life. The plot follows Ray Barone, a sports writer living with his wife Deborah and their 3 children. The comedic aspects of the series are enhanced by the close presence of Ray's invasive parents and jealous, brooding brother, making it a notable sitcom of the 1990s. Over its 9-season span, Everybody Loves Raymond received 15 Emmy Awards, establishing its enduring significance in television. Despite the widespread praise received by the show, various behind-the-scenes aspects may have gone unnoticed by the general viewership. These include unexpected changes in casting and off-screen dramatic events, all of which add interesting layers to production. While these details may not have a direct influence on the humor and charm of Everybody Loves Raymond, they provide an intriguing insight into the complex evolution of the show. Ray Romano did not like the show's title at first. In the original opening sequence of Everybody Loves Raymond, Ray introduces his family members as they stand on a moving belt outside their home. The intro concludes with Robert declaring, "Everybody loves Raymond." The show's title was inspired by a comment made by Ray Romano's actual brother, which CBS chose to adopt as a temporary name for the show. Despite finding the title catchy, Romano initially had doubts about it being the final name for the show due to concerns of potential criticism. However, as the show received positive reviews and numerous awards, the title began to seem more fitting. The show gained immense popularity to the extent that another show, Everybody Hates Chris, even made a joke referencing its well-known title. The children's names were changed. Sitcoms frequently included children as members of the cast to depict the dynamics of family life. An exception to this trend can be seen in The King of Queens, which showcased a married couple without children. Upon creating the television series Everybody Loves Raymond, Ray Romano relied on elements from his own life for inspiration, particularly in developing the personalities of the child characters. When the television series first aired, Romano was a father of 3 children, a daughter named Alexandra and twin sons Gregory and Matthew. In the pilot episode, the children were named Ally, Gregory, and Matthew, reflecting Romano's real-life family. However, Romano became concerned about the resemblance between the show and his personal life and decided to establish a clear separation between fiction and reality. As a result, the names of the sons in the series were modified to Michael and Jeffrey, while the daughter's name, Ally, remained unchanged. This choice enabled Romano to strike a delicate equilibrium between drawing from his own life experiences and crafting distinct personalities for the characters in his television series. In accomplishing this, Everybody Loves Raymond effectively conveyed the complexity of family relationships while upholding the integrity of the show's artistic elements and respecting the privacy of Romano's actual family. Are you aware that the children were also replaced with different actors? The inclusion of the Barone children in the show added depth to his portrayal of family dynamics. Although they were not as prominently showcased as in typical sitcoms, the initial lack of emphasis on the children resulted in a discreet alteration in casting that may have gone unnoticed by some viewers. Initially, the characters of Ray and Deborah's twin sons, Matthew and Jeffrey, were portrayed by real-life twins Justin and Drew Ferreira in the pilot episode. However, as the series advanced, it became apparent that the Ferreira twins had visibly matured, prompting a decision to replace them in their roles. It is noteworthy that Meline Swen, who had been previously selected to portray the character of the Barone family's daughter Ally, also had 2 younger twin brothers named Sawyer and Sullivan Sweeten. These twin brothers were ultimately selected to portray the characters of Michael and Jeffrey, thus replacing the Ferreira twins in their respective roles. This particular casting choice prompted speculation among fans regarding the physical resemblances of the children to the character of Ray, as none of them shared a strong likeness to him. This led to the emergence of creative interpretations and theories within the dedicated fan community of the television show. The addition of the Sweeten siblings introduced a distinctive element to the show, facilitating a more natural exploration of family relationships and dynamics. Despite these alterations, the Barone offspring continued to play a crucial role in the series, enhancing its appeal to a wide audience. Alcoholism was a trouble for Brad Garrett. Alcoholism was a trouble for Brad Garrett, whose portrayal of Ray's brother Robert in Everybody Loves Raymond was undeniably one of the show's standout features. His adept portrayal of the character's complex blend of moods, envy, and melancholy contributed to his receipt of 3 Emmy Awards during the show's duration. Nevertheless, off-camera, Garrett faced personal challenges that diverged significantly from the upbeat image he projected on screen. Years after the completion of Everybody Loves Raymond, Garrett courageously shared insights into his struggles as a high-functioning alcoholic while filming the show. He disclosed that, especially in the initial season, he often performed while intoxicated, confronting the negative consequences of his behavior. Garrett opted to cease drinking before the conclusion of the first season, acknowledging the peril in which his life was placed. "It was a moment of clarity that suggested my survival was in jeopardy," he said. His resolve to conquer addiction and prioritize his wellness underscores the fortitude and resilience Garrett exhibited during his hardships. Opting to confront his challenges directly enabled him to establish a foundation for a healthier lifestyle and showcase the efficacy of self-awareness and determination in surmounting obstacles. Garrett also initiated a wage dispute. When a television series achieves significant popularity, determining appropriate compensation for all involved parties can present challenges. As Everybody Loves Raymond garnered increasing success, certain individuals received substantial salary increases, while others did not experience the same compensation adjustments. In 2003, Romano, who served as both the lead actor and co-creator of the show, received a substantial salary increase that elevated him to the position of the highest-earning actor on television. This significant pay rise resulted in Romano earning $1.8 million per episode, in addition to receiving supplementary earnings referred to as residuals. However, when Brad Garrett, who portrayed Ray's sibling Robert, discovered that he was only earning $160,000 per episode, he became displeased and opted to leave, ceasing his involvement in the show temporarily. Several other actors followed suit, joining him in his decision. After a few weeks, the remaining cast members negotiated higher salaries and subsequently returned to their roles on the show. Behind-the-scenes disagreements often arise among actors on the sets of widely acclaimed and successful sitcoms, mirroring the dynamics present in real families. Occasionally, these disagreements stem from differing political stances. Patricia Heaton, known for her portrayal of Deborah on the series, expressed her staunch conservative beliefs, sparking disagreements with her co-star Peter Boyle, who held contrasting liberal viewpoints. Heaton has expressed that despite holding divergent opinions, their interactions were consistently characterized by a cordial and respectful demeanor. They would engage in light-hearted banter about their contrasting perspectives, maintaining a sense of amusement. Heaton held Boyle in high regard, evident by her attendance at his funeral in 2006. She further noted Boyle's support during her challenges, specifically during her journey to maintain sobriety. Additionally, Patricia Heaton's biological father was enlisted as part of the cast of the show. In an episode of Everybody Loves Raymond, a discreet allusion, also known as an Easter egg, serves as a connection between Patricia Heaton's actual father, Chuck Heaton, and the television series. For more than 5 decades, Chuck Heaton has been a prominent journalist at the Cleveland Plain Dealer, enjoying widespread recognition for his contributions. It is notable to mention that Deborah, portrayed by Patricia Heaton on the show, is depicted as the wife of Ray, who coincidentally is also depicted as a journalist. Due to the resemblance and familial background, the writers of the show devised a clever method to allude to Patricia's actual father in a particular scene where Deborah converses with Ray concerning his colleague at work. She refers to an individual named Chuck Heaton. Those familiar with Patricia's personal life can observe this subtle link between her real identity and her role on the television program. Are you aware that Patricia Heaton was pregnant on 2 occasions while the show was being filmed? During the production of Everybody Loves Raymond, actors may encounter difficulties, as exemplified by Patricia Heaton's experience in concealing her actual pregnancies while filming the show. Despite already having 3 children, and likely not desiring more, she unexpectedly became pregnant twice during the show's run. Due to the inability to incorporate these pregnancies into the storyline, producers had to devise innovative strategies to conceal them, such as utilizing typical practices like obstructing Heaton with large props, dressing her in baggy attire, and employing strategic camera angles. The effectiveness of these strategies was such that the majority of individuals were unaware of Heaton's pregnancies. During the production of Everybody Loves Raymond, the ability of the cast and crew to conceal Patricia Heaton's pregnancies while filming was both commendable and extraordinary. In 2009, Patricia Heaton's former assistant Jennifer Lee filed a lawsuit against her, alleging inadequate compensation. Lee accused Heaton of requiring additional work hours without providing fair payment, a violation of labor laws in California designed to safeguard workers' rights. Lee claimed that she was entitled to $742 and thus decided to take legal action against her celebrity employer. Despite Heaton's prominence as an actress and demanding responsibilities as a mother, this incident suggests a potential deficiency in her management of hired personnel. While Heaton and her legal team remain largely silent on the matter, it serves as a reminder that even individuals of high status and considerable wealth are still obligated to adhere to regulations regarding employee pay. The show Everybody Loves Raymond drew heavily from Ray Romano's personal experiences, yet it is less commonly recognized that numerous conflicts and scenarios portrayed in the show were inspired by incidents involving Romano or members of the writing team. Philip Rosenthal, the show's creator, occasionally incorporated verbatim exchanges from his quarrels with his spouse into the script. Rosenthal cited a particular instance where a dispute over an opener served as the basis for an episode of the show. The series concluded when the writers exhausted their creative inspiration and sought to maintain the show's quality rather than allowing it to decline in interest. Rosenthal facetiously suggested that continuing to produce episodes would lead to personal discord among the writers, as they would be compelled to engage in numerous arguments with their spouses to generate new ideas for the show. Peter Boyle got his role as Frank Barone because he was grumpy. Frank Barone, the paternal figure within Everybody Loves Raymond, was portrayed as grumpy and ill-tempered, which elicited amusement through comedic instances. Numerous individuals assert that the depiction of Frank greatly contrasts with the demeanor of Peter Boyle, the actor embodying the character. Nevertheless, an amusing occurrence transpired when Boyle convened with Ray Romano and Phil Rosenthal to discuss potential involvement in the sitcom. On the day of the scheduled meeting at Universal Studios, Boyle opted to have his entire family accompany him. Unfortunately, they encountered several obstacles ranging from navigating past security guards at the entrance to locating a suitable parking space and ultimately entering the incorrect building. Consequently, upon arriving at the meeting, Boyle appeared to be in a rather irritable state. Later, during an interview with the Archive of American Television, Boyle expressed his belief that his grumpy demeanor that day may have contributed to his successful audition for the role of Frank Barone. This particular role led to his consecutive nomination for 7 Emmy Awards, ultimately proving to be a fortuitous turn of events. In 2002, Boyle was diagnosed with cancer. Despite this, he made the deliberate choice to keep this information confidential from the entire cast and crew, opting to only disclose his condition to his immediate family and a select few individuals on the team. One of the individuals with whom he shared his diagnosis was his on-screen wife, Doris Roberts. Seeking her opinion, he inquired whether he should reveal the news to everyone else. Roberts, however, advised against it, stating, "No, you don't need to be treated as if you are terminally ill. What you require is for them to continue writing material for your character." Following her advice, Peter chose to continue his involvement in the show without revealing his illness to the general public. Unfortunately, Peter Boyle's life was cut short, and the show concluded in 2005. Despite making an appearance in the film All Roads Lead Home, it was not shown until 2008. Posthumously, Peter Boyle passed away in 2006 at the age of 71 due to cancer and heart ailments. Despite the loss of an exceptional actor, he left behind an enduring impact and led a satisfying life. The show did not sit well with Ray Romano's real-life brother. While the utilization of authentic narratives proved effective in the program, some individuals expressed discontent. Ray's actual sibling, Rich, was employed as a law enforcement officer, much like Ray's fictional brother, Robert, on television. Nevertheless, this led to ridicule directed at Rich by his colleagues due to certain occurrences depicted on the show. In an interview, Ray disclosed that his sibling was known for taking items from fellow officers, which provided a basis for mockery directed at Rich. Despite the broad appeal of the show, incorporating real-life anecdotes occasionally resulted in challenges for the individuals who served as the inspiration behind the narratives. A proposal was developed for a potential new television show centered around Robert, the comedic brother of Raymond from Everybody Loves Raymond. Fans held a special affection for all the characters in the family, with Robert being particularly beloved. Recognizing Robert's popularity, the creators of Everybody Loves Raymond conceived the idea for a spin-off series featuring Robert. The premise of the new show would involve Robert relocating to Philadelphia and taking on a role of a gym teacher, depicting his experiences in this new environment. Although CBS expressed interest in the concept presented by Phil Rosenthal, negotiations stalled over the specifics needed to bring the proposed show to fruition. The envisioned series had the potential to resonate with a wide audience and garner significant viewership. It appears that Patricia Heaton enjoyed playing the role of mother in Everybody Loves Raymond. The character, Deborah Barone, portrayed by actress Patricia Heaton, faces difficulties in managing her relationship with her nearby in-laws, who frequently invade her personal space. Similar to numerous female characters in 1990s sitcoms, Deborah constantly experiences stress and a sense of being overwhelmed by her responsibilities, with her efforts going unrecognized. Patricia Heaton's portrayal of Deborah received critical acclaim and earned her multiple award nominations throughout her tenure on the show. Heaton achieved recognition by winning the award for Outstanding Lead Actress in a comedy series on 2 occasions, in 2000 and 2001. Notably, she received nominations for the same award each year from 1999 to 2005, despite only winning twice. Upon the conclusion of the show, Heaton expressed heightened emotions. The conclusion of a television series presents challenges for actors as they bid farewell, particularly after an extended period of collaboration. Patricia Heaton encountered this difficulty when Everybody Loves Raymond concluded its 9-year run. She struggled to part ways with her television family and experienced deep emotions during the final rehearsal. Heaton wept excessively, resulting in the loss of her voice and hindering her ability to effectively carry out her role. The final episode of the show, which was recorded in front of a live audience, had to be postponed until Heaton's voice was restored. Heaton's intense emotional response to the conclusion of the show underscored the close bond formed among the cast and the significance of the experience to her. Following the conclusion of Everybody Loves Raymond, Patricia Heaton found a new television family to engage with by portraying Frankie Heck on The Middle from 2009 to 2018. Subsequently, she authored a book and championed causes important to her. Heaton further pursued acting in the television series Carol's second act from 2019 to 2020. Maggie Wheeler, recognized by fans of Everybody Loves Raymond as Linda, a companion of the Barone family, initially auditioned for the character of Deborah, Raymond's wife. Although Maggie came close to securing the role, CBS officials deemed her unsuitable for the part of Deborah. Consequently, Patricia Heaton was ultimately cast as Deborah. Nonetheless, CBS sought to include Maggie in the show and propose a smaller role, which she agreed to accept. Her contribution to the series was widely appreciated by viewers and fans alike. Regrettably, Doris Roberts passed away in 2016. She enjoyed a highly successful acting career that spanned over 6 decades. Doris achieved widespread recognition through her appearances in numerous films and television series throughout her professional journey. She was honored with 5 Emmy Awards and a Screen Actors Guild Award. Apart from her role in Everybody Loves Raymond, Doris showcased her talent in works such as Mrs. Miracle and Grandma's Witness Protection. At the time of her passing in April 2016, Doris Roberts was 90 years old, leaving behind a lasting legacy in the realm of entertainment. Ray Romano's big break came through The Late Show with David Letterman. Before achieving fame as Raymond in Everybody Loves Raymond, Ray Romano pursued a career in stand-up comedy to supplement his income. To make ends meet, he took on a job as a delivery man for couches. Ray dedicated 12 years to honing his craft in stand-up comedy until he finally received his breakthrough opportunity. His talent caught the attention of producers from The Late Show with David Letterman, where he impressed audiences with his performance. Following a successful appearance on the show, Letterman's production company expressed interest in collaborating with Ray on a television series, thus marking the inception of Everybody Loves Raymond. Despite the widespread popularity and admiration for the show, there are intriguing details that may not be common knowledge. For instance, the program was produced by David Letterman, and Ray Romano conceived the idea for the show after being inspired by Seinfeld. The title Everybody Loves Raymond was inspired by Ray's genuine brother expressing jealousy over Ray's Cable Ace Award win. The series achieved significant success, spanning 11 seasons and airing on Thursday nights. Everybody Loves Raymond claimed a total of 15 Primetime Emmy Awards, including the prestigious Outstanding Comedy Series accolade in both 2003 and 2005. The show garnered a large fan base and was ranked 60th on TV Guide's list of the greatest TV shows of all time. Now that you are familiar with the backstage conflicts, let's examine the efforts involved in adapting your beloved television program for production of cinema. The production of Everybody Loves Raymond followed a structured workweek that began with script readings and rehearsals conducted by the actors on Monday. This was followed by additional rehearsals and script revisions by the writers on Tuesday. CBS would then assess the actors' performances on Wednesday, while camera setup and blocking were carried out on Thursday in preparation for filming on Friday. In a typical writing session, the writers would start by sharing personal stories that frequently sparked ideas for episode plots. As stated by Rosenthal, the process entailed thorough discussions before the emergence of a coherent narrative. Mackenzie, who held multiple seasons of Everybody Loves Raymond, observed the writers' efficiency in finalizing scripts for 13 episodes before the commencement of a season. While directing, Rosenthal emphasized adherence to the script, discouraging improvisation among actors, although sporadic inclusion of alternative lines occurred. Garrett drew comparisons between the acting in Raymond episodes and the improvisational approach of Seinfeld's cast. The residence featured in exterior shots of Ray and Deborah's home is located at 135 Margaret Boulevard in Merrick, New York, with an estimated value of $500,000 as of August 2018. This reflects its on-screen proximity to Frank and Marie's dwelling at 136 Margaret Boulevard. The show's style, as explained by Jeremy Stevens, was distinctive compared to other sitcoms of its era due to its focus on storytelling and its portrayal of genuine life occurrences. Julie Pworth, the president of comedy development at CBS, characterized the show as a conventional sitcom that injected a touch of refinement into the genre. The perpetual appeal of the show was established through its timeless sitcom format, reminiscent of The Honeymooners, and its lack of allusions to present-day culture. The incorporation of piano-heavy background music and the New Yorker typeface for credits further enriched the sophisticated ambience of the show. The theme song, composed by Terry Trott and Rick Marotta, included elements inspired by Woody Allen's Manhattan film, and was improvised to craft an original composition. Despite its unassuming setting, episodes of Everybody Loves Raymond featured emotionally complex narratives, setting it apart from conventional sitcoms. The Sitcom Reader 2016 from SUNY Press highlights that the show was part of a trend in 1990s television that catered to older viewers, leading to a focus on storylines revolving around adult characters instead of children. During the second season's production, Ray Romano discussed the challenges of developing a family-oriented program infused with adult humor. He aimed to develop a series that remained authentic and pertinent while also entertaining. Drawing from personal experience, he recounted his struggles with anxiety attacks and contemplated the feasibility of a protagonist who is a father experiencing anxiety attacks and emotional outbursts, questioning the potential reception by the audience to prioritize discussions on adult themes. A deliberate effort was made to diminish the prominence of child characters. Romano expressed his desire not to be overshadowed by young children, stating, "I do not wish to be overshadowed by toddlers, as I already experienced this dynamic at home." The material from Romano's stand-up routines, which served as a foundation for the show, showcases his perspective as a father who holds great affection for his family, while also seeking personal autonomy. Critique from television analyst Joanna Ostra notes that Everybody Loves Raymond delves into intricate dynamics within familial relationships, spanning interactions between family members, couples, and siblings. Moreover, the show delves into challenges faced by middle-aged men from the baby boomer generation, particularly those devoted to sports, as they navigate the responsibilities of adulthood. The syndication of the show began when WPXN New York and KTLA Los Angeles, both owned by Tribune Broadcasting, acquired the syndication rights to Everybody Loves Raymond from IMAR Entertainment on December 20th, 1998. According to reports in Variety, IMAR received weekly license fees ranging from $90,000 to $100,000, along with 1.5 minutes of barter advertising as part of the deal. While IMAR initially planned for the two channels to air reruns in the fall of 2000, this was postponed until fall of 2001 to avoid conflicts with other sitcoms entering syndication in 2000. The agreement, spanning 4.5 years, allowed the two networks to broadcast the program. In the fall of 2004, the syndication rights for the show were acquired by cable network TBS from IMAR Entertainment for 4 years, starting on January 26, 1999, until 2016. During its syndication period, the show was broadcast on local television stations in most television markets. Following its run on TBS from 2004 to 2021, the show can now be viewed on TV Land in the U.S., CMT in Canada, and Deja Vu in the United Kingdom. The show continues to be broadcast regularly. Warner Brothers International Television managed global distribution, while King World managed off-network syndication distribution for the program from 2000 to 2007. CBS Television Distribution took over the distribution of King World in 2007. CBS owns only the American syndication rights, whereas HBO and Warner Brothers own all other rights. The show was included in Channel 4's breakfast programming in the United Kingdom, broadcasting every morning from 8 to 9 o'clock as a two-part series. As of 2024, Everybody Loves Raymond continues to be broadcast on weekday mornings. The show is additionally accessible on Fox's pay TV network TVHTS, previously referred to as TV One. It has also aired on Fox Classics, Comedy Central in the United Kingdom, and 10 Peach, a subsidiary channel of Network 10 in Australia. In India, the show is re-aired on the Rambi Now channel. HBO distributed the full series of Everybody Loves Raymond on DVD in Regions 1, 2, and 4. The Region 4 complete box set was released on August 13, 2008, while in 2006, the first 5 seasons were reissued in Australia with more compact packaging compared to the original wide spine cases. Some releases also included a cardboard slipcover. From 2009 to 2012, standard-size DVD packaging was used to repackage the DVDs for North American distribution. Before its removal from Netflix on September 1st, 2016, all episodes of the show were available for streaming on the platform. Additionally, the complete first season was released on VHS on September 14th, 2004. The episode Marie's Sculpture, previously unaired in the UK, was included in the 6th-season DVD set released almost 5 years after the end of the 6th season. Critics have praised Everybody Loves Raymond as the quintessentially honest sitcom, with just the right balance of humor that finds genuine conflicts within families. The show portrays families as flawed but bound together, featuring some of the most well-defined characters on television. Deborah is shown as different from any typical sitcom mother, with a no-nonsense attitude toward Raymond's behavior. Marie, portrayed by Doris Roberts, is depicted with a dark side reminiscent of Livia from The Sopranos. Raymond is lauded for successfully navigating the challenging 4-camera live audience setup typical of traditional sitcoms. Bruce Fretz declared in a 1997 review that Raymond might be the best sitcom currently airing. Betsy Wallace commended the show for its stellar cast and plot lines that explore universal insecurities, like doubts about aging and attractiveness. Pluggin's review mentioned that Raymond's script remains smart, incorporating new characters into the family dynamic. After 7 years of successful performance and multiple Emmy wins, Garrett's portrayal on the show is especially highlighted as a key contributor to its comedic moments and high points. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.